for bringing parliaments together to share ideas on digital transformation. This is important because Parliament in itself is a closed entity, and it is the parliamentarians that can learn from each other. And the theme on the discussion is extremely very important because very recently, International IDEA conducted a study, and it looked at parliaments in crisis, meaning what parliaments do when their countries face a crisis. And they used the COVID-19 pandemic as the example. Cumulatively, the results show that nearly most parliaments in the world failed to live up to expectation during the COVID-19 crisis. And the reason being, because of the unique nature of COVID-19 and the restrictions imposed, parliaments did not have the digital wherewithal to withstand that rapid changes. And therefore, particularly in most of our African countries, parliaments were suspended, sittings were not happening, and the productive capacity of parliament during that period drastically dropped. So I think it is indeed very, very instrumental that parliaments come together to look at digital transformation. How do you ensure that parliaments digitalized? I will take a quick rundown of what transpires in the National Assembly of the Gambia. The Gambia obviously is a very small country in West Africa, with a population of just 2 million people. And the National Assembly is a very small assembly. We have a unicameral legislature, meaning we have a single chamber, and we have 58 members. Out of that 58, 53 are elected, and 5 are nominated by the president. And it is from the 5 that are nominated by the president that the speaker, the presiding officer, we call it speaker, and the deputy speaker actually come from. So basically, this is the Gambia and our National Assembly structure. Coming to digitalization, the National Assembly, just like most other parliaments, are in themselves very traditional institutions, and therefore they have had papers, manual administrative procedures, manual processing of bills and motions, committee engagements, and all other parliamentary businesses. But over the years, Parliament realized the need, the National Assembly realized the need to get closure to the Gambian people. And the logic being that communicating the purpose of legislation and allowing the citizens to also have an input in the legislative process is very, very crucial if you want to have a parliament that delivers on its mandate. So therefore, in the past few years, Parliament has been gradually transitioning to digitalize. And in that process, I will look at what the challenges are, what do we plan to do, and what have we already done, and then take you through our next steps. So first and foremost, digitalization requires equipment. It requires resources, because digitalization is heavily dependent on hardware and softwares. So you notice that in our part of the world, modernization of any institution, of any society, comes with huge cost, because the required resources, the required technology are usually not available. So For example, if you look at the National Assembly, we do not have electronic administrative procedure. So up till today, all procedures are done with, all administrative procedures are done with papers. We have started the process of archiving all acts that have been passed by the National Assembly to ensure that they are kept in our website. But that is an ongoing process, so it has not fully materialized to where we anticipate it to be. Equally, we are still unable to give the citizens the possibility of interacting with the National Assembly electronically, either through the website, or through our social media handles, or through any other platform. So definitely, this definitely required that we really have to rethink the way in which we are conducting our business, because we believe as a National Assembly that we can improve our processes, and the best way we can improve those processes is to ensure that Parliament is digitally transformed. So the key challenge always is that when you are in a traditional institution and you are dealing with people who have been in that institution for several years, you notice that when you come up with innovative ideas, the reaction always is that we always do things this way. So when you have people thinking that because this is the way things are done, and believing that Parliament is traditional, and therefore this is the formula that Parliament should always operate, it is sometimes very difficult to transform. However, over the years, we have developed a robust communication strategy, and that communication strategy prioritizes digitalization of the Parliament, prioritizes outreach, and prioritizes modernizing or transforming some of the traditional ways that the National Assembly is doing business. For instance, today, we have provided emails to all National Assembly members and essential staff of the National Assembly. This includes MPs, the Office of the Clerk, and all other essential users. And now we are able to share information using internal parliamentary emails. We have also developed a website, www.assembly.gm. And this website is a centerpiece for information on bills passed by the Assembly, bills that are currently under review, and what stages of bills. We have calendars, everything happening about the Assembly is now available on the website. We also maintain a Facebook page, a Twitter account, and a YouTube account. And all of these, the Facebook handle is the Gambia National Assembly. If you go to YouTube, it's National Assembly of the Gambia. And obviously on Twitter, it is still Gambia National Assembly. And all of these social media platforms are highly interactive, and they ensure that everything that Assembly is doing for and on behalf of the citizens is available on those social media platforms. One may ask, why social media? Gambia is one of the countries in Africa with a very rapid internet access. The recent study on internet access on Gambia reveals that over a quarter of the population already have access to the internet, and all of those with access to the internet are already on the different social media platforms. We have also established a digital National Assembly TV, and this TV gives live broadcast to all proceedings of the National Assembly, either in plenary or in committees, either in plenary or in committees. So currently we are thinking of digitalizing the chamber. And what we meant by digitalizing the chamber is to provide a computer, whether a laptop or a tablet, to all members of the National Assembly in the chamber, and ensure that all the all bills, motions, whatever instrument they are debating, is available electronically to them, so that we will be minimizing. Access. We will be minimizing, how do you call it, printing of papers, and giving members that opportunity to also be flexible in terms of their work, so that it doesn't matter whether they are in the assembly or whether they are outside, they will be able to access parliamentary information. Our strength in this regard is that we have a very solid ICT infrastructure that supports digitalization. We already have a file sharing server system where every information internally at the parliamentary service is shared through a file sharing system. And we also have administrative software where tasks are assigned, staffs are able to report on. So essentially, in summary, this is the stage that we are as a National Assembly or as a parliament in ensuring that we do not only modernize the institution, but also provide our members with that opportunity to explore the digital world, because we believe that it is only when Parliament is digitally transformed that in contemporary times. So essentially, this is the synopsis of the steps taken to modernizing the National Assembly of the Gambia digitally.